All right, ladies, this is the 100,000 subscriber bonus video. So guys, thank you so much once again for 100,000 subscribers. It's just absolutely insane the channel's come this far, and I'm hugely grateful for all the support. And I suppose thank you for 125,000 subscribers because I'm rather bad at getting these out on time. But I know the last time when I did a bonus video, I asked for some topic suggestions for the next one, and a lot of people wanted to see my computer. So what I'm gonna do in this video is give you a little tour of my gaming and video editing computer here, show you some of the parts, show you some of the performance and what it can do, and then at the end of the video, I'm gonna give you some recommendations for resources if you happen to want to build your own PC. And I will just say right up front, you can build a really good gaming PC for far, far less than I paid for this one. So stay tuned for those resources if you're interested. All right, so starting out with the case, I opted for the Enthoo Luxe with this build. Now this is a case that costs only about $100, so it's quite a bit cheaper than some of the other really popular full-size cases out there, but it still has all the same room, a lot of the expandability, hard drive bays, and customizable options that a lot of those higher-end cases have. And it doesn't look like Michael Bay designed it, so that's another plus. The CPU running the system is the Intel i7-5820K, which is a 6-core processor, and I decided on 6 cores over 4 cores, which are usually better for gaming and cheaper because 6 cores works better for video editing applications. Cooling that processor is the Noctua NH-U14S, which is a huge aftermarket heatsink, but will come in handy if I ever decide to overclock. When it came to the RAM for this build, I decided to get right on that future train, so it's running 32 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM, and that might sound like overkill, but it comes in handy because I do a lot of work with After Effects and Premiere, and sometimes one of those programs alone can use over 20 gigs. For the graphics card, I've got the EVGA version of the Nvidia GTX 980, just one because I'm not Super Saiyan yet, but maybe 2 in the future. And to round out the main components, I've got a 750 watt power supply, which is probably too much for this build, but it leaves some flexibility for added components in the future. Now, ever since I've gotten into video editing, I've had to get really serious about storage. And for this build, I decided to go with 2 solid state drives in addition to a regular hard drive. And with this case, it actually keeps the solid state drives on the back, and this is a huge mess back here. You can see one is mounted here and one is mounted here. This one is a Samsung Pro drive. This is one of their fastest models, and I keep it for my boot drive. It's 256 gigabytes, and I put all my programs on there and Windows as well. And then down here is one of Samsung's Evo SSDs, which are a little bit slower, but still pretty fast. And this I keep my Dropbox files on, and also the cache files for both Premiere and After Effects. Additionally, on the other side, like I said, I've got a regular 2 terabyte hard drive, and that is quickly filling up, so I'm gonna have to add more drives in the future. Now, with this hardware, I can run new games like The Witcher 3 without any problems at max settings, but that's not the reason I got the computer, though it is a nice bonus. The real reason I got the computer is for high performance blogging. Performance blog. Just kidding. The real reason I bought this computer is so I could run After Effects better, because After Effects animations are extremely demanding on a system, both to preview and to render out finally. And to give you an example, I want to show you the Mark Twain quote animation from the last video. So as you can see, there's this light object here, over here, and if I turn that off, we get a little bit different lighting, and there's a camera that changes the perspective. As you can see, the entire thing is 3D. If I turn it back on, you can see that. And all of these things actually move. So if I turn the light back on, I actually have the light animating and moving to cast some different moving shadows on the animation. As you can see, even with this hardware, the animation doesn't update perfectly as I'm dragging the timeline cursor. It still struggles to keep up because there's just a ton of stuff going on. Now, I learned with this video that I should apply all my lighting effects after I do the animating, so I took way longer than I needed to on that last video, but still the hardware definitely helps make these animations. All right, guys, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Now, if you're interested in building your own computer, either now or at some point in the future, I have a couple of recommendations for resources that you should definitely check out. One of them being the Build a PC subreddit, which has lots of PC builders that can answer your questions, as well as a wiki with lots of useful information you can read up on. And also there's a site called PC Part Picker, which will allow you to build your own custom PC and print out a list of the parts, but also shows you the cheapest place online to buy each one. Lastly, there's a YouTube channel I'm a pretty huge fan of called Linus Tech Tips, and they often do PC build videos where they'll set a certain budget and see what they can build while staying under it. So that might be a useful resource as well. That is it for this video, so the nerds among you may now go into the comments and tell me why my build is terrible, and for the rest of you, the next milestone video will probably come at 1 million subscribers if the channel ever gets there, and beyond that, I'm gonna start doing bonus videos basically whenever I feel like it. That way I'm not pressured to do it at a certain milestone each time. but rest assured they will be coming in the future. So if you have ideas for future bonus videos or awkward and inappropriate questions about my life, you can leave them down in the comments and I will possibly do a video on them in the future. Other than that, I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.